Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make Southern red beans. These are a classic comfort food, whether you serve them with rice, with greens, or with cornbread. These red beans are cooked to perfection. They are seasoned perfectly and have a creamy texture. Stick with me to learn my Southern root technique. Thank you to all our subs that are here. If you're not a sub, I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button. Now, let's stir the pot. You will start by soaking your beans. These should be soaked the night before. I put mine in a brine of baking soda and salt. The recipe for this will be down at the bottom. The soda helps break down the pectin on the outside of the bean to make it softer, and it will also help you have less music after you've eaten them. And then the salt will just give them a better flavor. The baking soda will also give you a creamier bean that will cook for a shorter amount of time, or you can cook it quicker. So this is vegetarian. Did I say that? You will not miss the meat in this one, I guarantee. I'm not a vegetarian, but my daughter was for years. So I learned some of the best vegetarian recipes. And you will not miss the meat. Like I said, meat lovers will love these red beans. So we're going to start by cutting our veggies. We're going to cut onions, green pepper, and celery. So let's get to chopping. Once you get your onions cut up, you will add it to a Dutch oven. And before I do it, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil there for us. Now, I am making a bunch of beans. The reason that I do this is we freeze these, and they make easy meals to pull them out of the freezer. And they'll be as fresh as the day you cook them, at least up to 6 months in your freezer. Makes for a really quick meal. A good meal too, as well as healthy for you and your family. You don't have any preservatives in it, and the spices in this will be so much better than what you can buy in the can in the store. Now we're going to cut up our green pepper. For you guys who do not want to freeze your beans, my recipe below will be for 1 pound. And speaking of 1 pound of beans, where did they go? I bought some beans recently, and my two favorite brands were, one of them was 12 ounces and one was 14. So they're doing some trickery out there on us. So just get your green pepper chopped up. Got all these green peppers cut up. Going to add them in here. I just love these time-saving cooks where I can cook a lot and freeze it and save me some time whenever I haven't got 2 hours to cook things. So now our celery, and voila, my assistant chopped this while I was doing the green peppers. So I'll cut this one. We'll add this, and then we got a couple more ingredients, and we're going to get to cooking. Celery going in. Now what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to turn the burner on here. We're going to saute these vegetables, not until they're done completely, but until they get a little soft. So now you know we got the olive oil at the bottom, and we're just going to saute these until they get a little soft. You don't want them to get completely done and mushy. So on like medium heat. So that's about where you want those. Just a little done. Now we're going to add our garlic, and we have all kinds of nice spices to add to this. These things are hard for an old woman. Good gracious alive. Ooh. So now for our spices. We'll be adding black pepper, oregano, thyme, red pepper flake, liquid smoke, and bay leaf. I soaked my beans in salt. I will add some salt at the very end of the cook, along with another ingredient that you'll want to know about that's special. And then you're going to add your beans as well. So here we go. These lovelies. Look at them. Okay. Next, we got to add some liquid to this. So we're going to be adding vegetable broth. So I have all my ingredients in the pot. You'll stir it to mix it. Then we're going to bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to bring it down to a simmer and we're going to cover it. It will take approximately 2 hours for these to get soft and ready to eat. Our beans are at a boil. We're going to put a lid on it. Keep a watch on your beans as they cook and have some liquid nearby that you may need to add as they go through the cooking. When your beans are just about done, you will want to add to it a splash of apple cider vinegar. The apple cider vinegar will help to break down the indigestible sugars and it will also brighten the flavor. You will also, and you won't need as much salt with the vinegar. But we are going to add a little bit of salt to these. If you recall, we did not add any at the beginning of the cook, and I'm only adding about 2 teaspoons. So we'll let these finish cooking, and then look at that. We will let these finish cooking, and then we'll be right back. Our beans are done. And tonight we will be having them over rice. We are using brown rice. You, of course, can use white rice or whatever kind of rice or whatever kind of side dish that you want with yours. I'm going to taste these because that's what you do when you cook. They have been smelling this house up so good today. They're delicious. They're spiced just right. They are creamy on the inside. If you do want yours creamier, you can take some of the beans and put it in a food processor and add it back into your pot if you want them even more thicker than what we have now. If you enjoyed this recipe for these Southern style red beans, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and also hit notifications so you'll get all of our recipes when they post. And until next time, stir the pot.